All right, so he's alive.
In a computer? Oh, I thought the computer was talking. It's not.
We're gonna just.
The thing was talking.
What's going on, guys? It's me, Sean. Just want to remind you guys to hit that like and that subscribe button. Also, if you want to get early access to these episodes, you can head on over to patreon.com/SeanTankTop. But don't worry, I'll stop yakking and we'll get on with these reactions. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, Sean Tank Top. I'm over here at Casa de Tank Top. Glad to have you all with us. I got myself, Dustin, and Megan Drase over there in Casa de Drase. How you doing over there, Drases?
Doing great. Our
2
neighbors
thumbs
are
up.
Tokyo drifting outside. It's
They're
great.
Tokyo drifting, are they?
I
That
don't know,
was like, I mean,
somebody raced past.
some people say that that's the last really good Fast and the Furious movie, or like the last when it wasn't like a James Bond movie on like, or a James Bond superhero movie or whatever it was, that people say that that's the last real one. But we're not talking about the Fast and the Furious franchise.
No.
Not even at all. We're talking about one of our new favorite shows we've been going through. We're talking about Invincible. We are at episode 6 of season 1. The title of this episode is You Look Kinda Dead. That could be ominous. It could be also, you know, because like the last episode was particularly brutal. Like I thought that Monster Girl, Black Samson, like all that, like people got fucked up in the last one, and it really, you know, I mean, you saw in the video, it really, like I was like, oh my god, you know, but like the
Space Lion fucked some shit,
dude, that motherfucker, yeah, like so that like all of that shit aside, that could indicate some new kind of punishment that we have in store, but it also could just be maybe upon seeing Mark kind of come back, because I remember he had like a bloody eye, like he was really fucked up too. They could be talking about him. They could be like, dude, you look like kinda dead, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So maybe it doesn't necessarily indicate that there's going to be some more brutalization, even though obviously I'm not going to hold my fucking breath about that, because this show kind of has been pulling that trigger pretty much every episode.
And his dad let it happen.
Yeah, he just kind of stood by.
Let it happen.
He was doing the thing where he's like, I'm going to let you smoke that full pack of cigarettes. You want to go out on your own? You want to go do whatever? Go ahead. You know, that was, or at least that's what I think his methodology was. There's a lot of different possibilities that I think we could get into going forward. Yeah. The only way that we're going to know what those are is if we get ahead and watch them with this thing. You guys ready to go?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, and we've been having a fucking awesome time covering this show, and we hope that you guys have been having a good time going along with us. So right now, if you cannot wait until episode 7, because if you're watching this on YT right now, episode 7 is available. You're like, if something crazy, if like Omni-Man rips off Mark's head and wears his fucking face like fucking Hannibal Lecter at the end of Silence of the Lambs or something, maybe I just made a crazy prediction. I don't know. But the only way that you're going to be able to know what we think about whatever said thing happens in episode 7 is by heading on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/SeanTankTop. Hit us up at the $8 tier, at the Vassal tier, and that unlocks all of that exclusive, world exclusive content for y'all. Whoa!
Oh, what are they doing?
Whoa! We appreciate y'all very much. Let's fucking get this thing rolling, huh?
Hey, I need my costume.
I wasn't hiding in the bushes. I was drinking in the bushes. But that's not important. What's important is that I'm motherfucking Doug Chester.
I like Doug.
Didn't your dad hike up prices on that baby medicine everyone needs?
Totally.
His dad's Martin Shkreli
babies.
or whatever.
Oh, man.
Yeah, dude.
One, or ideally all of you, want to have sex tonight and get in on the ground floor of my inheritance?
I mean, if they got pregnant. Wow! I was like, you could have gotten a set for life baby out of that drunk boy.
Right?
Me and my huge trust fund.
Jesus.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh my god!
That's his jerkin hand.
Ah!
I think we can all agree you're better without vocal cords.
Didn't he sound like Rick Sanchez?
A little
Rick
bit.
Morty?
I can see that. Yeah,
I wonder if it's the same.
I wonder.
Oh yeah, Black Sam's still alive.
Oh my
This
god.
episode's fucking horrible.
Jesus.
Already this episode is like crazy.
I think it's the exposed skull is
Yeah.
like where I'm just like, how the fuck isn't this motherfucker dead? But hey, Samson, the only fucking adult. in the
I
entire-
know. He just.
And he was
needs
cool.
to-
He had so much heart running into that fight
Going to max
when he saw
charge?
Mark
Yeah,
getting
right?
fucked up. Like, come on, buddy.
One more time.
Come on.
Damn it.
Is he a super?
The heck? Oh, is he gonna get superpowers?
Give him superpowers.
Maybe he'll be Electric Man now.
Just happened.
Black Samson? Monster Girl?
Still unconscious.
Okay.
Okay, they're alive.
It's not your fault.
Look at me, son. It's not your fault.
His dad's gonna be like, it's totally your fault.
Yeah, right.
He's like Superman Red Foreman. He's just like, yeah, it's your fault, you dumbass. Like,
Yeah.
Let me take a swing. I'll make him talk.
I'd basically already dumped you that night.
I know, and I've thought a lot about that these last couple of days.
hit by a bus is a fairly good excuse.
After you made time
Yeah,
for me,
especially when he shows up looking like
I
that.
was
So.
Right.
terrified.
He's good looking,
So,
solid hog. We'll keep him around for a little while.
Sure.
Sean is such a size queen.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
You going somewhere?
oh, this guy William's crushing on goes to upstate U. William's going
To
for a tour,
upstate
and,
U.
his team can tag along.
Oh.
It's like a euphemism
Oh,
for
shit.
jail.
Right.
I can irrigate deserts. Stop natural disasters.
There we go.
Bring food
Go,
to the
go
starving.
irrigate a
You
desert.
know, make a real difference.
Listen, maybe Jeff Bezos can take a page out of her book.
Right?
Try and talk me out
Right.
of it.
You mean our timeline's Lex Luthor? him and Elon Musk. If you put those two together,
What's
This-
going on with his
Okay, be careful.
doors?
Don't have
Right.
too much fun.
It's like
No drinking.
oozing.
No drugs,
Right.
And no sex.
No sex.
This does remind me, like when you would go visit, when you had like a buddy that was like a year or two older, and you'd go visit them
Yeah.
at college when you were in high school.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one.
Uh-oh, buddy.
Girl.
Oh, I don't like that look.
Everybody needs to just capitulate everything that this asshole says. Oh no!
Oh, shit.
What's up, Rick? These are my friends, Mark and Amber.
Oh, no,
Hey.
man, he's kind of basic
Nice to meet you
looking.
guys.
Yeah.
Let me grab
Also
your
looks
bags.
like he
I got
peed
my
his
dorm room
pants.
all set up.
What does that look like?
Like what?
Oh,
The
he
shading
does.
is just weird.
No, now we're like looking at his. Okay, all right.
Nice. Love it.
I love her taking on her weird family.
Want what's best for you. A normal life. A house, a husband, kids.
Yeah, she should be like, how's it working out for you with your kids?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
You get your
Sad
feet
wife.
back on the ground now.
She's gonna be pudgy sack of shit. Fucking fuck the
A
fuck
house
off.
would be nice. I already got a wife.
Med school.
We don't need any kids though.
There you go.
No, I have 2 furry children. They're adorable.
There you go. Carl Sagan over here teaching class.
I have the truth to share.
Who is this, Loki?
Oh, is this the guy who's
I mean,
cutting everybody? Yeah.
We'll reach
Okay.
our true potential.
What's your problem, Sinclair?
Get out of here, Ham Tittleson.
School
Yeah.
of idiots.
He looks like comic book Loki, like almost to a T.
Yeah.
She's gonna like build
A fucking
house.
like Ewok treehouse. Get the
Love
fucking
it.
fuck out. Literally, it looks just like it. It looks like them or that's like the treehouse that they had in the Star Wars Holiday Special. I want to live in an Ewok Wookiee house. Oh my god, going to university for the first time. Everything seems so fucking cool. Hot dogs and art. That's what college is, everybody. Hot dogs and art and hangovers.
And regrettable sex.
There's a fair amount of it.
What the hell? It's Robo-Dug.
Robo-Dug.
He can't talk.
Oh no. That is terrifying. Mark, you're gonna have to fucking show out, buddy. There we go. There we go.
She's He's gonna figure out it's him, though.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, he knows.
Whoa.
Oh, no. Ooh.
That's some Man of Steel shit right there.
That's cool.
Yeah. Ooh.
Again, he's got punched
Again,
in the face
man.
last
God
week.
damn. You gonna take his helmet off or his eye or
Yeah,
something?
I'm gonna see that. Oh, what does his face look like? All gross.
Ooh. Got no
Ew,
nose.
they took his nose away.
Nose is cut off.
Oh no, that's awful.
Oh. Ooh, he did.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're invincible. You are.
Hey, please. You can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I can't believe this.
Who was that?
How did she not figure it out?
Right?
The police are on their way.
Where the hell did you go?
Come on, we are told that this girl is smart.
You just gotta
This
tell
makes
her.
no sense. This makes no sense, though.
Amber.
Or you just
I
can't
just don't
date.
believe it. I just don't believe this.
Yeah.
Second, and the ungrateful half-wit slips away.
This house is dope
shit.
as
I
fuck.
want to live there.
Maybe not so high up, but it's definitely sick.
When she was injured, I immediately dispatched a drone to the archive.
Ah,
This is a cerulean cosmos.
yeah.
It contains a unique molecule that I believe will add 60% to her chances of survival.
Yeah, so he Ultroned himself,
Yeah.
basically.
Thanks for coming. Can I get you a drink or
Oh
something?
boy.
Oh, Lord.
Sit first, catch up.
Oh boy.
Okay, this only proves Nolan and the Guardians fought.
I'm too scared to tell anyone.
Oh boy. Oh.
I'll go down to the store and grab some beer. Maybe by then things will cool down and we can get this weekend back on track.
Oh no. He's getting captured.
You know how hard it is to grow cells this quickly?
Yes, that's why I hired you.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Now, what's it for? And whose DNA did you steal?
Trying to make another Omni-Man.
Take me flying.
Amber will forgive you. She always does.
I'm not so sure this time.
I mean, you were there. You
Now,
didn't
take me flying. I'm
leave.
gonna
Like,
tell
that's...
everyone
Also,
you're
I mean, I
invincible.
just like this show is usually so smart, and this is the first time I'm like, this doesn't make any sense that she doesn't.
That she A wouldn't kind of know it, B wouldn't have heard it, or C,
Right.
you
Yeah,
know,
it just
you know,
all
just,
makes
just a little
sense.
bit, like,
Yeah.
like, you know, or that he just wouldn't be like, listen, the gig is up. I'm just gonna tell you, just because I need. It's only
Yeah.
it's more fair to you, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Low-key mega party at our house tonight?
low key mega party.
Yeah, but like
Low-key.
the okay kind that isn't super douchey.
I don't know, with that goatee, buddy. I don't know.
Get up. Something happened to Rick. We were on the phone and it cut off. We need to look for him.
I need to go after Amber. What?
Oh,
Just
come
call him
on,
back.
save his
He's not
boyfriend.
answering.
I feel better than ever. Almost like before I lost my powers. Maybe I should get my ass kicked more often.
Yeah, I'm still not totally sure on that guy's deal.
Oh fuck me, dead.
Fuck this guy.
Oh Jesus,
That's a good cut.
that was a great cut.
Rick!
All his beers.
Oh Jesus, he got stolen by a fucking Ninja Turtle.
I hate
This
in
is
shows
bad.
when they show them like walking through it. That's poo-poo and pee-pee.
Oh yeah.
Never piss off your tailor.
Why do I feel like this is like you take your dog to the dog park one last time?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
exactly what the fuck this is. I mean, he knows
Pull
that
out
he
the
killed.
shotgun.
Like he knows that he killed him. Like he knows it.
Yeah.
Not now, William.
Fucking god damn it.
That's your best friend.
I can't hear you. I'll see you back at Rick's door.
Oh my god! You can literally see.
Clear.
Okay, this is easily. You
Go
go,
get
you
your
go help
friend.
him, and then you show up in the suit with no pants. You Porky Pig it, and you're like, listen.
It's always about the hog with you.
It's always about the hog. I'm a hog. This is a hog-centered fucking reaction channel.
I think that would be the most unhygienic lab space.
That looks like the
literal
place where
store.
the fucking where the Joker got his fucking like smile fix in the beginning of Batman '89. I had limited amount of tools, and I'm a veterinarian.
What did you do with William?
Oh fuck!
Too many of
Bunch
them.
of fucking RoboCops. Jesus!
Ugh.
Oh no!
Oh, you already did it.
Fuck!
Stop! Don't do this!
Ooh!
It's us! It's me! We had sex by the water! That personal?
It is all about the hug. Ah!
What?
No! No! Oh, fuck.
This episode is so brutal.
Jesus.
No! Stop! You ruined yourself!
Ah! Ooh.
Get his arm fixed up.
You're not going anywhere, asshole!
It's the heart.
Oh,
Oh, look at him.
Oh my god.
Look at him. Whoa, his jaw.
You gotta be careful. Did he take? He looks like he dislodged his jaw.
Oh, he did. He did.
Yeah,
he
he
did.
totally did.
Oh my god.
Go home, kid. I'll take it from here.
But is he gonna be like, listen, if you would have maybe we could have gotten to him before this happened had you taken me seriously. Yeah, there's just a teensy weensy bit of like Walking Dead-itis where I'm just like, I just need people to just talk to one another. Drinking red wine in the dark with no lights on is never.
I know.
Yup.
I know you killed them, Nolan.
Oh god.
You're drunk.
Fuck you, Nolan.
You kill your whole team, you gotta sleep on the couch, buddy. Jesus Christ. Now he's just gotta wrestle with what he's gotta do and all that stuff. Like, he does love her.
I'm worried.
We dig up the immortal, drink from his skull, and wham! We get his powers. Easy as shit, man.
It's just a rumor.
Dude, I saw it on Reddit.
Don't believe everything you read on the internet, kids.
Oh, they're gonna do the same thing. Okay.
They're gonna get the immortal back, immortaling thing.
yep.
I'll give the show credit for not going the super obvious, like hyper violent route immediately right off the bat. I think that they're going to make a little bit more of an emotional journey with his decision to eventually probably do something horrible to her. But he does care. He does care about her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he does love her. But I like kind of what you were saying, Morgan. I do think that there's going the mission of the
Whatever it is, I don't know.
Veltramite thing is going to possibly just supersede that at some point, and then that's when there's going to finally be, it'll be Invincible versus Omni-Man. It's, at some point, I think during this, at the very least, like. It might not come down to a punch him up maybe before the end of the season. It's hard to say, but at the very least, like he will know who he is, and they will be at odds. Probably is what I imagine. But do you think they're gonna kill her? Do you think they're gonna kill her?
I don't know. Dustin knows, sorta. If he knows, I'm not gonna look at him.
Right? No, I think.
I don't know.
I think they will, or something happens. Like she's, maybe it's a possible thing, like where she's in the hospital, can't talk, whatever, and then there's like, but maybe that's just more intrigue, that's more mystery. It's hard to say. I mean, good episode.
Yeah.
Good episode though.
Liked everything except for I loved so much about this episode, but this is the first time I really have a bone to pick where it's like we need this girlfriend to be mad at him for reasons, because we want to have tension in their relationship when everything about her character we've been told that she is so smart,
right?
And, smarter than him, that how she doesn't. Oh, he disappears, and then Invincible shows up. It's like
in the way that this show posits its take on superheroism and the mechanics as such is a much more realistic type of a thing. You know what I'm saying? And they were all, I don't know, within shouting distance of one another, and the guy's like, "Oh my God, Mark!" A little, a little bit.
If you've ever been on a college quad, it's like echoey.
I don't know.
Shit.
I mean, like there's that, but then there's just, I mean, like if you can do the Superman Clark Kent thing up into a point, depending on how how much how realistic you actually want your thing to play. Because it's the same thing as the Batman cape thing. Like we either just need to never touch the fact that his cape would fuck with him so hard in every single fight ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or we need to kind of deal with it in some way. And that's the same thing. I mean, that's one thing that I will give credit for Man of Steel is that like at the jump, they were like, nope, you know who I am, and we're not even gonna fucking kind of do this or whatever it was. At least within a characters that have had a proximity to one another and would
Sure.
and kind of would be the thing. Like his face isn't even that covered up. Like it's just this much. Like you guys still know that this is who I am. Like, you know what I mean?
But also, it's just the fact that the minute Mark disappeared, this other guy who is the same physical type, has the same hair color, like shows up.
Within
Also, he's been really, really flaky and disappears all the time.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, a little bit. Right. No.
This show is like that's like the one thing I just can't. I'm gonna hopefully she finds out soon because like I just can't with that storyline.
Well, I mean, because most of the time those types of storylines feel really contrived anyway, and it's a tough sell, and like you need to have like a kind of a fantastical element, and like listen, I think that eventually the road ends where she knows who he is. I think that's obviously in the cards and gonna happen, you know, but like
you could have done, I don't know, like if there was like a way where, you know how he bought the hat? Maybe he bought the school t-shirt and she thought she saw him running away and it was a different kid in the same school t-shirt, something.
They literally just needed to kind of be apart. Like they needed to have that kind of like that kind of confrontation away from her, but then they talk about like, oh my God, Invincible was here and saved the day, and this was this crazy thing, like, you know, but like whatever, and, you know, because they can have trouble. They've been having trouble for what I think that there's other.
I'm like standing next to Dustin, and I turn around and he's gone, and then some dude with his hair but has like a mask on shows up and does shit. I'd be like,
and again, I don't think because I obviously we're still on board with this show, and
I love everything else,
right? But I do, but the show has been like, no, we're the fucking show that is taking a kind of a hyper realistic kind of look at some of these things. You know what I mean? Like
yes, but as probably the one with the most experience with superhero comics, it's a love letter to the genre.
Sure.
And, you know, it's ironic that you bring up that it's the Walking Dead of it, that people need to talk to each other, considering it's also a Robert Kirkman property.
That's true.
You know,
I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
It's the same sort of issue where you're just like, Jesus Christ, it's just like these like people that are just stuck to one specific trope. It's tropes. It's all
it is. It is.
But
It
if
is a
you're
trope.
gonna do the trope, like when you're doing like the love letter, like this thing, it'll take a trope and then do something clever with it. They're just doing the trope.
They're doing the trope.
Yeah.
And
that's it.
And I get it. And it's a classic superheroism in that, like, how does nobody look at like Clark Kent and be like, dude, that guy's jacked.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this fucking
you know,
nerdlinger is
like, yeah, like, come on,
right?
Like that's like the most like handsome, like just stacked.
Yeah, of course
you've ever met in your fucking life.
100%.
Wolf
Right.
Blitzer, eat your heart out
for sure.
You know, it's just like, and then he like takes his glasses off, and all of a sudden he's like,
totally.
It's like that dude's not even wearing a goddamn mask.
Right.
Like,
oh no, 100%. And
come on.
Right. And it's only I think like I'm with it, again. I can accept it because I don't think that it's going to be going on for very much longer. I just think that they sort of. I think that this might have been the point where I would have thought it was. It was just a point where they kind of would have given the gig up, because they gave the gig up with the mom and Omni-Man, like when they because she just called him out. She's like, I know.
Yeah.
And that truth is sitting in that house. And that's almost more interesting now that has been revealed. And maybe they could have done like just a little bit of a mirror thing with him and Amber and stuff like that. Not to say that I don't think that it's happening, or that I don't think that there is probably a well thought out construction, because there are like a lot of other things that are just up in the air. Like, why does Robot care so much about Monster Girl?
Yeah.
like,
that's
like I
strange.
think that's something that will be revealed. What's happening with this whole cloning thing? I think that's interesting. You know, so
I could see the robots thing is that maybe he's not just an all robot. Maybe he is like has like some sort of soul, but he also
is he trying to find a
like
body?
trapped.
Is he making himself a body?
No, I think he's like trapped in like being a robot, so everybody doesn't see him as a person, and she's trapped in a child's body, so nobody sees her as like an adult person. So I could see maybe that's why he cares. Like he's like, no, people don't understand. Like I actually am like a person,
right?
So maybe that's where they bond.
Is he growing a body for himself?
Oh,
is that what those guys are growing for him? I think that's what I mean, like I'm getting a bit of kind of Data vibes, like I want to be human type of thing from him, and the fact that very much Black Samson was very much like, oh, you feel shit, and it's like I don't know, like, you've been hanging out with this guy for a minute. I mean, yeah, why that's not that. You got your fucking skull cracked by a fucking lion Thor. Like what? Like, you know, there is possibilities in this world. You know, like so.
I will give it credit. We live in like a weird transitional superhero phase where for the longest time, you know, we'll call it like, you know, the golden age, and then we have like the era of like Stan Lee, and then we have the next phase where you have a classic character like a he's basically a Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
school kid, you know, with school kid problems and shit. Yeah.
And it's the idea that you have this identity and you cannot tell it to another person because it puts them in danger.
Yes.
And so that's just a classic idea. However, as we see with like the current, you know, MCU Spider-Man, we've got to a point now where it's so hard to hide your identity that storyline doesn't work anymore. Like when you have a cell phone and, you know, tracking devices everywhere.
Right.
It used to be that you could be like, you put a hat on and you could walk down the street and nobody knows who you are.
It was a little bit. You could sell it a little bit more. You could sell it. That could make sense in a world like that.
That's a story. The storylines have to change.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I think that there's some things that are still going to kind of exist for a little while.
Sure.
As like, you know, enough people question it, they're like, yeah, that's not a storyline anymore. It's like you know, you literally have a phone in your pocket. You could have called each other.
There's all those listicles of like movies that would just end in the first act if it was they had cell phones.
Or they have cell phones but they don't use them. They literally don't even fucking use the motherfucking cell phone.
Well, you have to have a thing like, oh, we're underground, a cell phone doesn't work.
Yeah, right. You got to figure.
It changes stuff,
and I think and it's not even like that. We're just saying like, man, like we're getting so, because again, if anybody, that's the other thing about like if you complain about anything or if you have a hang up about something, maybe people are just like, well, you're fucking throwing this shit out with the trash. Obviously not. We're fucking gripped about this entire thing. Yeah. It was just, I do think that
the show is better.
There could have been
what they are doing with that.
I think that there could have been just one thing. Like, wouldn't that have been a scene? Here's how you kind of fix it. Like you take your idea, Morgan. Like he has a T-shirt. Yeah. He buys a T-shirt and the hat. And as
he's a nerd.
Right. Yeah. Who the fuck does that on the first day, huh? Come on, cool guy. Like, but so he's got that you do like a little scene where you show him where he darts away, takes off the hat and the shirt and really quickly puts it on another guy. Or something like that. That's like
something.
You know what I mean? Like something like some guy gets knocked out or whatever it is, and he's laying down, puts the hat and the thing on him just so it kind of looks like him and shit. And then, like there's a way, like there's a couple hoops. I mean, it'd be a hoop to jump through, but it would help to sell the scenario because the scenario is fine. Like he's got a secret. It's putting a strain on their relationship. And that's kind of the thing that and I think that it's good and I'm rooting for them and I want them to get together and I want that reveal to happen. I think just there's just like one little extra step that could help sell it a little bit more. Just given the little
it's just getting a little ridiculous.
Just a little
it's just too much. I get it. It's kind of whenever you have storylines where they are like it's why a lot of like terrorist organizations will recruit children to be bombers because nobody really looks at a child or like a young kid and thinks like, oh, I need to be worried about that child,
Right.
and the child is, and it's about like you're just like comfortability, perception,
For sure.
They're like, well, that child can get in there, or like why you get like 80-year-old women that are like drug mules,
Right?
Because you're like, yeah, like
I can't wait to turn 80.
like, who's gonna think that this like, little old
I'm muling
lady,
it up.
yeah, this little old lady's got like a pound of heroin in her bag.
There you
and
go,
you're like,
right?
Yeah, why would that
hiding all the drugs
right.
in the
I think
diaper.
that's a no, and I think that is a good temper to kind of put on our like a little bit of our gripe. I mean, if you want to even call it that, it's just a little thing. And I know that the show's they're gonna pull that bow, and it's gonna kind of come out, and we're gonna kind of eventually be, I feel like, where we feel like it's heading. I think we just kind of felt like it already would have headed there at this point.
Yeah.
So that
Think
and
about
that's
this.
it.
Like, how many times do we have a scenario where like they find like a Jeffrey Dahmer with like 22 bodies in the basement,
Ooh.
and the neighbor was like, "I would have never thought.
I would have never thought of him. I had a beer with.
You just don't see it.
Sure.
Because you're not like, hey, like unless like the guy's like super creepy, and
Right.
you're like, there's something wrong with
Sure,
that guy.
sure.
And it's this thing where if like all of a sudden you turned out to be a superhero, Sean, I'd be like, oh, crazy. Like that's weird.
You're a little crazy.
Like,
Right.
It's
For
this
sure.
thing where your brain doesn't want to believe it.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's what they're kind of saying, and they've just taken it too far.
Yeah.
And I think that's
just the teensiest bit, and that's fine. I mean, whatever. I mean, like that was like, I think it was also like I mean, we were, it wasn't a gripe, but I was just like, holy fuck, like just like because I thought everybody was dead like last episode, so it was kind of like, and they were sort of selling it like they kind of were, at least initially, like when they were getting beat down, and then you're like, oh, but then they're okay. Like you lost part of your skull, and it looks like half your brain's fallen out, but then again, it's a magical thing. There's a metaphysical element to it, so I can. Again, that kind of that works. So
how do you make a show like this with stakes? Like that's the hard part.
That's true.
And I think they're doing an okay job.
I think they're doing a phenomenal job. I think they're doing a phenomenal job. Like, this whole thing is, it's just a little blip. Again, she's gonna find out that he's fucking invincible, like in the next episode or something like that. I think so it's gonna kind of bloom out into eventually kind of where they're
like,
going.
how do you not know that that's Adam Eve? Like how?
Yeah, she just looks like she doesn't change her hair.
No, she didn't change her hair at all or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, so
this super attractive like redhead with green eyes.
Right. Yeah.
Who could it possibly be?
Right. Who's like never in homeroom. You know what I mean? So
also, like, they're on a squad, so aren't there like marketing materials and like posters and like
there's a lot.
I feel like her picture would be like in magazines and
yeah, come on.
Yeah. No, so and that's right. But again, like it's I think that, or maybe that's kind of what we need to be like, okay, they're just going to do this. But I do think that eventually it is going to, like that bow is going to become untied at some point, I think within the next episode. And then it'll be fine. And then it'll be whatever. It's just, you don't, I think it's less of because I'm in on the drama, it's just you don't want it to ever feel like contrived or something that you could sidestep.
Yeah, we need her to be mad at him.
Right. Where she could be mad at him for him not fucking telling her any of this
telling
shit.
her.
Like,
exactly.
Where he goes like, you mean that you, like, that's the whole, she could still be mad at him. She could still go to the party.
Yeah.
We need that conflict. But she'd be like, listen, you put me in danger because you didn't want to, you wanted to save my feelings or whatever the fuck it was when, like what, they could still have that friction, I think, and then still, but I think that, like we said before, I think it's all headed in that same direction. And I think that it's, and the show's, and again, the show is killing it as far as like just all these different interesting plates, and I'm fucking pissed off that it's only 2 more episodes after this. Apparently,
the next one's the penultimate.
Next one's the penultimate episode. Yeah, 100%. So I mean, like, so we're circling the drain as far as what's gonna happen with season. Yeah, with what's gonna happen with season 1. So I'm fucking, but I've been having a great time. We hope that you guys have been having a really good time too. I mean, like, if you guys are, if you've been digging our coverage and stuff like that, there's a couple different ways you can help us out. Just a little titch if you want to. Just hit over there and hit that like and that subscribe button. It really helps us out a bunch. And then also, if you really want to see what happens, if you want to see if I'm right or wrong, Or if the whole time it just turns into like a contempt Jean-Luc Godard like thing where they're just stuck in an apartment just fighting for 45 minutes and that's all that fucking the next episode is, and you want to see how it drives us fucking crazy, you can actually see that right now. You can get some early access to episode 7 right the motherfuck now by heading on over to our Patreon, hitting us up at the $8 vassal tier, give us a little bit of support there, and you unlock the early access to all of our Invincible reactions. Not all of them, just for episode 7. We go one ahead a week, but if you want to unlock episode 7 right now, you can do that by heading on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/SeanTankTop. We appreciate y'all very much, and we'll check y'all later. Bye, guys.